Hi everyone. Bella's ready. Today we're going to go on about a 7 or 8 mile round trip hike up to a lake that I've been to lots of times. The only difference this time is I'm bringing a fishing pole, but I'm going to call this a hiking video, not a fishing video. If I catch some fish, that'll just be a little side bonus. And Bella is so ready. Look at her. Yeah, you want to go hiking? Yeah, you ready to hike? Yeah, you're ready to hike? Yeah, you're ready to hike? Yeah. All right, let's do it. So what we're walking up today used to be a trail, and then it became a road. Then the road was abandoned, and then they decided to convert the road into a trail. And the conversion process was, in my opinion, extremely ugly and destructive. It still hasn't recovered. The blueberries are gone. Yeah, not a real big fan of the way they did it here. They took out all the blueberries, widened the road back to its original length, and then cut down a whole bunch of trees, and then lined the road with dead trees, and then added all these artificial twists and turns up what was a straight road hike. It's just not pretty. There used to be so many blueberries here. My kids just loved coming here to pick blueberries. Now, it's just a bunch of dead trees and root balls. It's greener than it was when they first did this, though. So how long do you think it'll take for the wild blueberries to grow back? I suspect it's not even going to happen in my lifetime. But leave a comment below with your best guess. I think it's been about 10 years now since they came through here and cut down everything. I've got pictures of my kids picking blueberries here. So why do I even do this hike if it's so ugly? It's because of the lake. The lake is gorgeous and it's lined with old growth. This trail is just something you have to put up with to get to the lake. Bella found part of a rabbit here. It's nice to see all these little cedar trees and Douglas firs that have grown up. Nature's trying to recover. There's a thimbleberry, there's an alder. There were lots of alder trees here before they came. They cut all those down. These trees right here that the camera is pointed at right now are actually Douglas fir. See, they cut all these Douglas fir trees down in the process of, quote, converting the road to trail. They really tore this place apart. But that's where the money is. They've got lots of money, or they had lots of money for trail decommissioning and road decommissioning, but almost no money for road maintenance. Guess I should just be glad they didn't just convert this road to nothingness. Total road deconversion. At least they left a little spot for us to walk down on this one. Here's some blackcaps that are growing up since the destruction, and some thimbleberries too. Yay! Lots of thimbleberries coming on. I've seen over in the Seattle region when they've converted roads to trails where they've done a really nice job, made them pretty, and actually put stepping stones across the creeks for people. Here they didn't make any allowances for getting over the creeks in the winter. Okay, one more complaint and then I'll stop. There was the biggest patch of wild spearmint I have ever seen up at this lake. But there was also apparently canary reed grass growing up here. So they laid down all these mats to kill the canary reed grass, and in the process obliterated the biggest, most amazing patch of wild spearmint I have ever seen. Maybe we can find a spearmint plant here today, or maybe they're all gone. Hey, look at that. Bear poop. Woohoo! Maybe there are some berries up here. Fireweed. Here's some little wild blackberries. They often grow in disturbed areas. So we got thimbleberries, blackberries, and blackcaps. No sign of the blueberries though. They don't necessarily grow in disturbed areas, so it might take quite a while for them to come back, I'm thinking. So far, there's just no sign at all of blueberry plants. Here we go, our first blueberry. It did not blossom this year. It won't make any fruit this year. But at least it survived the carnage. The higher you get up this road, the less carnage there is. That's usually the case of these decommissioned roads. They start out all gung-ho. Hey, what do we got here? A banana slug. Here's a banana slug, just sticking its tentacles out. Bella's probably gonna come disturb it. Stay back, Bella. Apparently there's some noxious weeds somewhere around here. I'm not seeing them. This trail is going to need some maintenance, or all the work they did to destroy everything is going to be for naught. Someone's come and cut back some of the alder trees, which is good. This lake gets stocked about every 2 to 5 years. It was stocked last year. I'm hoping for some holdover trout. Ooh, look at these thimbleberries. This might be the noxious weed they were talking about. Thistle. Yep, don't want that there. Bella just got hurt jumping onto a pile of brush. She let out a yelp, and then she came back to me whining. She's done something to her paw. Let's take a look at your paw, honey. Well, I don't see anything. Yeah, all those sharp sticks and stuff they put on the side of the trail. Bit treacherous, honey. You need to slow down. Yeah, she stepped on something here in this pile of brush. I think she's okay. Every once in a while I hear her yelp, but that's the first time I've ever heard her yelp and then come running to me for help. That's a new one. Well, she's walking kind of slow now. But she's a Springer Spaniel. She's pretty tough. And I don't see any visible signs of injury. I think she's maybe just shook up more than anything. There she goes. Yay! I got a ripe thimbleberry off of this bush. And then I dropped it on the ground. Here it is. I think it's still clean enough. Yum! Yeah, I definitely better start coming here more often to help keep this trail open. It's actually closing in. They had the money to convert the trail, to convert the road to trail, but I don't suppose there's much money now to keep it maintained as a trail. I am liking all this greenery, but all this stuff growing over the trail could also harbor ticks, so that's a little bit worrisome. Another berry treat. A salmon berry. Woohoo! We're starting to get up into the old growth now. They left a few old growth trees here and there. Gorgeous. Wouldn't it have been amazing to see this all before it was logged the first time? It would have been so incredible. These logs have been across the road for a long time. I'm guessing this is part of why the road was closed originally. Once they were done logging, of course, there was no need for a road anymore. We are almost to the lake. Look at this gorgeous old growth. Just got to find the trail down there now. Here we go. We made good time. I was eager to get up here and get off of that road. From here on out, it's going to be beautiful. Go on, quit tailgating. They didn't actually do any maintenance that I'm aware of on the trail that goes down to the lake when they decommissioned the road. They stopped at the road. So this hasn't seen anything in the way of maintenance. There's a little campsite right there, nestled under an old growth stump. I believe this used to be a road going down here. Probably had a little boat launch even once upon a time. There's another little impromptu campsite. It's not the best camping here. The best camping is really down by the lake. All right, the lake is coming into view. Oh my gosh, look at all that canary reed grass. Doesn't look like they got rid of that at all. Anyway, there's the lake. I don't actually come here in the summer very often. This is a wintertime hike for me normally. Yeah, the canary reed grass has completely taken over. Let's see if we can find where my spearmint patch was. Lake level's low like it always is this time of year. Right here is where my spearmint patch was, I believe. Either this log or a log down there. It looks like it'd be pretty easy to walk all the way around the lake right now. It's low enough. I think I'll do that. Okay, I don't think this is spearmint. Oh, it is! Yes! There's spearmint! Woohoo! Here it is. Cool. I don't think I'll pick it though. It's got so much trouble competing with the grass. It looks like the trail kind of ends right here. I'm glad the spearmint came back in spite of their best efforts to kill the canary reed grass. Woohoo! It is a beautiful, peaceful spot. I don't know what this plant is. I think I'll check it out with iNaturalist. Here's a dead fish in the lake. Not sure what it is. Maybe a rainbow. Can't quite reach it to find out. Here it comes. I've heard there's brook trout in here, and I know they plant it with rainbows. Yeah, I think this is a rainbow. It hasn't been planted since last year. It didn't grow much. Huh. I'm gonna toss it back out in the lake so Bella doesn't get it. My daughter's dog actually just got salmon poisoning. I was told that only fish that have been to the sea and back will have that bacteria, which is carried on fluke worms. But apparently that's not true. My daughter's dog apparently got it eating trout from a lake that hadn't been to sea and back. Unless maybe my daughter managed to catch a sea run cutthroat. But if she had, I'm sure she'd know. So no raw fish at all for Bella anymore. My daughter's dog, Juniper, whom you've seen on the videos, was very lucky to survive. She was in the animal hospital for a few nights. Here's where someone's been fishing. It looks like whoever fished here before were good stewards of the land. I don't see any garbage. That's awesome. I don't know if we can make it around the very end of the lake, but I'm going to find out. Is this spearmint? Yeah, more spearmint. Yay. There's plenty of spearmint here. Yay. For a few years, I couldn't find any spearmint after they tried to get rid of the canary reed grass. Oh yeah, there's a huge patch of spearmint down here. I'm definitely going to be harvesting some spearmint today. There's plenty of it. Yay. This isn't spearmint here. This plant here is in the mint family, but it's not spearmint. This, however, is spearmint. We'll see if we can make it around the other end of the lake, the outlet end. The inlet looks to be completely dry. Yeah, this has gone back to being the biggest patch of wild spearmint I've ever seen. Oh, I'm so happy that it's back. I love this stuff. Of all the mints, peppermints, different kinds of spearmint out there, this wild spearmint is my absolute favorite. Just love this stuff. This makes me happy. There's so much of it here. Still making our way around to the outlet end of this. I have not seen a fish jump, and the water's probably going to be quite warm this time of year. I've really been missing out by never coming here in the summer before. Wow, more spearmint. Okay, I don't think we're going to have any trouble at all walking around this end of the lake. There was a fire here, maybe as recently as last year. That old growth tree will be fine though. Those Douglas firs have super thick bark for withstanding forest fires. I'm a little bit disappointed about how small that trout was, because it would have been planted a year ago. But they were tiny when they planted them. They planted over 600 fish, and there were over 600 fish per pound, so it would have been just little minnows they put in here. I think they get backpacked up here. Can see into the water a little bit now. Not seeing any fish. This might be the deepest part of the lake here. I sure don't see any fish. Just a ton of newts. Making our way to the inlet part of the creek now. I've got my brand new fishing rod here. I've only used it one other time. This is the box that it came in. The other time I used it was just a few days ago. Didn't catch any fish and broke the tip off of it. But luckily I only broke about an inch off of it. I was able to repair it, and I think it's going to be as good as new. So there's another little bit of a deep spot here. Not seeing any fish. Not many places for them to hide in this lake either. I bet a lot of them got picked off by eagles. I got some water out of the lake, and I'm going to use my Sawyer squeeze filter. I had quit using it because the gaskets always failed. I just got something called a top bib gasket, which apparently will last longer, and if it does, then I will start using this water filter again. Okay, I'm going to make my first cast, and then I'm going to have lunch. I just can't resist getting in one cast anyway. Well, I got broke off on my fourth cast, so that's the end of that lucky rooster tail. I'll have to get another one just like it. I think I'll just switch to power bait and let it float out there and have my lunch. Time to soak some power eggs and relax. And I did see another fish jump while I was out there. Yeah, got it way out there with this ultralight rod. So due to the high fire danger, I'm having a cold lunch today. I'm having a sandwich. It's going to have wheat bread, lettuce from my garden, some Parmesan cheese, some pickled jalapenos, and to keep it all moist and nice, some guacamole. Where's that at? Yeah, I'm gonna spread guacamole on it. Getting a bite. See it? I'll give it a minute or two. It's time for another cup of coffee, and this time I actually remembered to put the spearmint leaves in. So this one's going to be really delicious. I've gotten 4 or 5 bites, real good bites, but they haven't hooked. But maybe that's perfect, because the fish up in these high lakes are supposed to be full of mercury. There was a trout chasing my power eggs in, and it took 1 bite as I was reeling in, but now it's gone. I think these fish like what I'm presenting, but only up to a certain point. Once they taste it, I guess they're just spitting it out. But it's fun to get all these bites anyway. Okay, I finally actually seem to have one hooked. Here it comes. And it's biting. Keep it up out of the weeds. Come on. Come on up here. There we go. It's a little rainbow. Really little. I'm going to see if there's any chance that I can not take this home with me. Seems to be pretty well hooked. I think I'm going to have to kill it. Yep. Okay. Okay, here we go. A little rainbow. Pretty little thing. I'll probably take this home and put it in the smoker. Okay, I think the reason I hooked that one was because I had a ton of slack in my line. Not just a little bit, I mean a ton. So the fish really had a chance to swallow the eggs before it knew that something was wrong. So I think that's going to be the answer here. Lots of slack. Not the usual amount. More than the usual amount. So yay, we didn't get skunked, Bella. What do you think about that? We didn't get skunked. Oh! Here's a bite. I don't think it's still on though. Maybe I didn't leave enough slack. Fish on! No? It's there. There. Woohoo! Here it comes. Slimy little thing. See if there's any chance I can let it go. Doesn't look like it. There's a beauty. All right, number 2. So little. I think something's happening. It was going away with my line. Yeah, still on there. There we go. There's a fish. Is it still on? Let's see. Yep, it's on. Woohoo! It's another baby trout. Woohoo! Getting another bite. Oh, it's on there. Or it was just then anyway. Oh yeah, it's still on. It's really fighting for a little one. There we Another one. Fish on. I had some good strong bites just when I was getting ready to have a cup of tea, of course. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at it go. Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, the answer to getting these on is to leave lots of slack on the line so they hook themselves. Oh, it's fun with this little light action rod. Nope, can't grab it like you grab a bass, apparently. What do you think? Fish. Yeah, got a fish. It's a fish. So one way to kill these real quick, these little ones, so they don't suffer too much, is to stick your thumb here and pull their neck back. That breaks their spine, cervical dislocation, and they're dead, just like that, and it's quick. What do you think of fish, Bella? What do you think of that? Nope. It's so peaceful and wonderful here, I don't want to leave. Maybe I should come back and spend the night. I'm so glad I took the time to go hiking and really get out into the Olympics instead of on the logging roads. I'm in a much better mood than I was at the start of this hike. I'm feeling pretty relaxed and happy now. Not looking forward to going home though, because my neighbor has turned his detached carport and his basement into windowless apartments that he's renting out totally unpermitted, and it's so loud. He's on a little city lot, but there must be 20 people living there, at least 9 of which are children, and they're screaming all the time. It's so weird. Oh, okay, out of the woods and back onto the road. Now it's just going to be a hot downhill hike for the next several miles back to the car. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to leave here in the heat of the day, but it's time to go. Time to pack my fish out. I brought in our ice pack, and the ice is partly melted. It's making a lot of noise floating around in the ice pack now. But anyway, do the limbo. Oh, no. Nope. There we go. Luckily, we're having a nice and shady hike out of here so far, so it's not too hot. There has been some trail work here in the last year or so. That's good to see. Down there you can hear the creek that flows into the lake. I've got Kit on a leash now. She's so young and has such strong bird dog training and bird dog instincts that she's going to kill baby grouse if she finds them. So she's going to have to be leashed up until we get through this section, because there's a lot of grouse in this section. Most of the year this is a gorgeous waterfall. There's a salmonberry growing here, enjoying the moisture, and some maidenhair ferns. So I've got Bella dragging this stick to slow her down a little bit to protect the grouse, and also to make lots of noise so the grouse know that she's coming. And the beauty of this is she doesn't even care. It's like she doesn't even notice that stick is there. I thought it would frighten her, but no. She doesn't even notice. We should be just about out of here now. I'm looking forward to some air conditioning in my car. It's definitely getting warm. I'd say this was a successful hike though. Got some solitude, got to see some old growth, got to see some wildlife, and caught a few fish.
Not a bad day at all. So if you enjoyed this video, please think about subscribing, and I really appreciate comments. And click on the next one. Thanks for watching.